Welcome in everybody to this week's edition of Valpo Football Weekly with the head coach Landon Fox, Brandon Vickery with you as we take a look back at Valpo's Week 1 game at Eastern Kentucky. It's Valpo Football Weekly and it's sponsored by Regional Federal Credit Union. And Coach, we start by talking about the health of the team because that's always an important factor, and you came out of Week 1. It seemed like fairly healthy. Didn't see a ton of our friend Nate Tweed down on the field during the game, which is always a good thing. How'd you come out health-wise?
Yeah, we came out very healthy, and the one thing I shared with the guys, it's a credit to them what they were able to do this summer and then in the fall camp, and gave a lot of credit to Coach Curtis, Alex Curtis, the strength coach that we were able to hire, and gave a lot of credit to him. I felt like the guys were prepared, in shape, well conditioned, and I think that showed in the ability to walk away from a game healthy.
There were some real bright spots on the defensive side of the ball. There were some big plays and good moments. Just what's your evaluation of your defense on Thursday?
Well, it's like I told them. You say some positive things. I say that we can't give up big plays, and the reason you give up big plays is when you don't execute your assignments. And we have to be consistent for a long period of time. I talked to the guys a lot about that. It's easy to be consistent for 1, 2, 3 plays, but can you do it for 70? Can you do it for 80 plays? And we have to become much more consistent. We didn't do a great job getting off blocks on the perimeter. In the run game, interior-wise, we did a pretty good job, but out on the perimeter, our ability to get off blocks and created big plays on the perimeter for them. So we have to become much more consistent. I told those guys, like, a sign of a bad defense is a team that says, well, if we didn't give up those 3 runs, we'd have been in good shape. Well, that's a loser mentality, a kind of a bad thought process in terms of what we're trying to get accomplished. Of you have to be consistent, play in and play out, and if you do give up big runs, they need to be 15, 20-yard runs, not 60, 70-yard runs.
On the offensive side, just what's your evaluation? What do you want to improve going forward?
Same thing. It's what we're going to really work on this week is consistency. Can't turn the ball over. You're facing a good team in second possession of the game. We turn the ball over, fumble it, and they scoop and score for a touchdown, and all of a sudden it's 15-0. And to our guys' credit, though, the team, we were able to overcome that to a certain degree, and had 2 field goal opportunities. Again, an area we got to improve on in the red zone. Did not do a very good job with that. But to make the game 15-6 if you make your field goals. Now, you'd like to score touchdowns, 15-14, and it's a whole different ball game going into halftime. And so the consistency part of it, we have to be much better, and we have to stay ahead of the chains. Like, we can't play behind second long, third and long. That is just not conducive to being productive on offense.
Let's talk about the quarterback position. Yeah, look at Chris Duncan for the entire game. Maybe why go with him from start to finish? And what's your expectation for the quarterback spot here going forward?
Yeah, it was a little unique in terms of, Chris is our guy. He's going to be the guy that leads our offense. But I say unique from the fact that we only played 63 plays. And so we wanted to get him out there as much as we could for his improvement. Year 1 for us in terms of our staff and our system. So we wanted him to continue to improve in what we're trying to do. I thought you saw that during the game, which is a positive part of it. Jimmy Seawald, he'll continue to be just week to week with his shoulder. And then Ben Nims and Joe Mullen. I think as you look back, maybe like to get him in there that last series, but at the same time, we need Chris to continue to develop and work, especially with that limited amount of plays. For that sample size and continue to improve for the Central Connecticut State week here in 2 weeks.
It seemed like at the running back position, Cody Boxrecker was the guy who gave you a boost when he was in the game. What did you see from him, and what was your evaluation of the running back spot?
Yeah, Cody Boxrecker brings a physical presence to the game. We were able to get a push at times, against a very good defensive front. So Cody was able to help with that in terms of getting a push and be able to stay ahead of the change, and where we had success in the second half. We have 3 really good running backs and 4 really good running backs that we can utilize. And Kyle kind of let us off. Kyle Cartelis kind of let us off, and you saw Riley Allison and Cody Boxrecker and Elias Early. All of those guys got playing time. All of them bring a little different sample size, a little different, unique perspective to what they can do for our football team. But Cody was the guy that brought a physical presence to us, in the run game. So that was nice to see. He's a competitor, which you like as well.
It's a unique week, especially after week one, to have the bye week this week. What's the plan for the week? What do you need to accomplish here without a game this week?
Yeah, so the goal is to go back to fall camp mentality, and I've heard, Jim Tressel, in terms of when he spoke about a bye week early like this, like they would just pull up fall practice number 5, and they would repeat 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then so forth and so on, just so that, hey, we're going back to fundamentals and techniques that continue to improve our football team. Because it's not like it's middle of season where you're trying to get people healthy. That's a little different. This is more at the front end where you can continue to be a little more physical in your approach so that you can become a better football team. So this week we'll definitely work on those fundamentals and techniques, things that we didn't do very well. Those are things that we want to focus on this week so that we can, they always talk about your biggest improvement from week 1 to week 2. Well, we have 2 weeks for that improvement, and so we can see that improvement in 2 weeks against Central Connecticut State.
There he is, the head coach, Landon Fox, once again a bye week this week, and as coach mentioned, Valpo hosting Central Connecticut State, the home opener, 1 week from Saturday. For all the latest in Valpo football, check out valpoathletics.com.